Hello, listeners. Welcome to yet another episode of the podcast, The Emotional People. For all of you listening to us, you know from the last 7 episodes, we have been talking to Nidhi Karia, who is a mental health and life coach. And she has been giving us various tips, various knowledge about mental health, aspects of mental health, characteristics of mental health, how can you ideally maintain a good mental health, and all that. Continuing, today I want to ask her a very important question, and that is how can one have a stable mind at all times, especially during these COVID times, and also otherwise when there are other challenging situations and one faces a lot of hurdles into day-to-day lives. How can one establish or keep a stable mind during such situations? Yes, Nidhi.
Yeah, hi Mani. Thanks for having me.
Hello.
So yes, for us, when we talk about this COVID situation, this is like a new world altogether, right? So we had made a perception of a normal world earlier, and now this normal world has become, that's how we call it, a new normal. This is now the new normal for us, right? So when we say if let it be pre-COVID time or current COVID time or maybe post-COVID time, I always believe there are three principles that everyone should be following to have a stable mind, a stable mindset towards our goals and future. And I call this as the Om principle. Om has got nothing to do with religion. Om is basically, spiritual thing which I believe should be incorporated by everyone in their lives. So A stands for acceptance, U stands for understanding, and M stands for molding. Now, what is acceptance? So as I told you, this is a new world, unprecedented situation, mind lockdown. This is like a devastating situation. The consequences because human beings never thought that we would be confined into four walls at any point in time. So now this era where everybody is outside, everybody wants to just be a free bird. That point in time, the nature told us, okay, and you have to be confined in your within the four walls. So that's how the situation is. So what we have to do, we have to accept it. Firstly, unless we accept that there's such situation around us, we will be into our own world, stating that cribbing and crying always that what's happening in this world and how do we face it. It's real problem. Let's not do that. Let's accept the situation. So I believe everything you start, the first principle that you have to understand and follow is acceptance, right? So yeah. So after you accept, so okay, I've accepted that there is COVID. There is something like COVID around me, and I'm accepting the situation. Then the point comes, how do you understand it? Okay, life is beyond a normal perception. It is no more the same race. The game has changed altogether. It is beyond clubbing, dancing, parties, drinking. All of our priorities have changed. It's like now we talk about immunity, we talk about nature, we talk about relationships. God wants us to understand that He has made a beautiful world, which we normally, in our normal life, we've just forgotten that there is a beautiful world beyond our daily lives and daily things that we do. Right? So that's what understanding is. We need to start understanding that our world is not confined to our jobs and not confined to those people who are whom we love, or maybe whom we are comfortable around, right? So it's beyond that. It's more about nature now, right? Yeah. And then the last thing, I believe, it's about molding yourself. Unless you change yourself, you won't be able to change the world. So it's always said that charity starts from home, right? So you have to mold yourself first. It's time to change yourself. Help your partner to change. Maybe be compassionate and kind. Try to look into the future and plan. We normally avoid planning. We say that okay, live in present, be in present, but this is the time you can actually plan your future. Bring in financial stability somehow. Create a positive environment. If possible, connect spiritually. That's how your life should be. And this is in a nutshell. It's like this mantra or this principle can help you bring in so much positivity. You will have to accept, you have to understand, and start changing yourself for better. So that's how your life and your surroundings should be.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And what a principle you have defined. I mean, it's very beautifully told, right? When somebody hears that first AUM or OM, the religion context comes, but you have defined that itself into a beautiful way, and you have decluttered it in a accept, understand, and mold. Wow, I think that's very relevant, and totally agree to you based on what I have seen with people and my experience also. These things definitely beat any situation, like you rightly said. It might be today COVID, it could be anything else, right? In your family, in your relationship, whatever be this. If you understand it rightly and you can implement this principle, just remember, and that's the easy word, right? AUM, and you implement it in your life, that definitely can show you results. And I'm sure, right, Nidhi? I mean, just to get more ideas. So this you must have definitely shared it with along with your mentees or people who have come across to you for help and all that, and they must be seeing results, right? When they practice.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, this is like this is so normal, right? This is nothing like there's no rocket science here. It's so normal to accept things. It's so normal to understand people and situation, and it's so normal to change yourself. Normally, we should be doing this actually, right?
But nobody teaches us, right? The problem is nobody tells us this is the way. Neither our parents nor our education system. Nobody points at this. So then ultimately it boils out to you learn it through your own experience, or you listen from somewhere, some motivational lectures or your sadgurus or anybody speaking about such things, and then you understand it. But I think this is good. This is definitely going to be of use to our listeners, and I'm sure this will benefit them. So thank you once again, Nidhi, for this valuable input. And so I'm sure that listeners are enjoying this series. We'll continue for a couple of more episodes and see what the best that we can give to the listeners in terms of new information, new insights, new practical tips, whatever can help them to lead a better and clear mental health and good life. So thank you for today, and I hope the listeners will continue, and looking forward to the next episode wherein we are going to share some more new things, new ideas. Until then, take care of yourself and have a good day. Bye-bye.